What a difference. Absolutely, wrestling fans. What a difference 24 hours makes in the WWE. It was an absolute breath of fresh air to tune in to Smackdown Live tonight. Breath of fresh air. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that every single thing that WWE did tonight was 100% fantastic, exciting, exhilarating, tremendous. I'm not going to sit here and say that. I mean, it had its ups and downs, it had its flaws, and it had its perks. But compared to the disaster that we had to witness on Monday nights called Raw, SmackDown Live was we love to tune into. I mean, it built to extreme rules. We got actual rivalries that we care about, and it was groomed for extreme rules. This coming Sunday, everything. Storylines actually made sense. That's all we ask for. Really, the WWE Universe, that's all we really ask for. Stuff that makes sense. If it's fun, if WWE makes it fun, we want to make sense. We don't want to insult our intelligence. That's it. Right, wrestling fans? SmackDown Live consistently does that. It's consistent. Tonight, built to the pay-per-view, it gave each superstar a little piece of the pie. It wasn't all the eggs, the entire meal, full course meal, to one rivalry like Monday Night Raw did last night to Roman Reigns and Bobby Lashley. I mean, look at tonight. Bludgeon Brothers and Daniel Bryan got a piece of the pie. Shinsuke Nakamura and Jeff Hardy got a piece of the pie. Rusev Day and AJ Styles got a piece of the pie. The Miz and Daniel Bryan planting seeds for their rivalry, I'm sure is going to be at SummerSlam. No question about that. It got a little bit of piece of the pie. Did some good things. And they even gave us Andreas Almas and Sin Cara facing each other. And we hadn't seen Andreas Almas and who knows, 2-3 months? So it's good to see him back on television finally. He got a little piece of the pie tonight. I'm ready for him to start doing something of actual importance on TV. We'll wait to see if that actually happens in the near future. Whatever the case, SmackDown didn't do that bad tonight. Now, we did have to witness James Ellsworth and Asuka in a Battle of the Sexist 2 contest with all the women in the SmackDown division surrounding the ring. They said it was a lumberjack match, but really it's a lumberjill matchup because it's the women's division surrounding it. And Asuka makes James Ellsworth tap out. Now, tomorrow I'm going to give my full preview and predictions of Extreme Rules right here on the channel. So tune in for that. But Paige, I'm just going to say this. Paige put James Ellsworth in a shark cage at the pay-per-view. Now, I'm just going to point this out. Do you remember when Chris Jericho was hung high above the ring and he helped Kevin Owens defeat Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship, retain the Universal Championship? I can see the same type scenario happening at Extreme Rules. Plus with the title being Extreme Rules, the pay-per-view. Just throwing that out there. Keep that in mind, wrestling fans, with Paige making this stipulation for Asuka versus Carmella at Extreme Rules. Keep that in mind. Whatever the case. We start SmackDown Live tonight with Miz TV, and he has Team Hell No as his special guest. And he shows this clip of Miz showing a clip of Kane tombstoning and chokeslamming and brutally attacking Daniel Bryan all over the place. Pillar to the post, on the steel steps, on the announce table, everywhere. Back in 2014. Very good. Planting the seeds for their rivalry. And it shows that they can't get along. As we know that Team Hell No has not always been able to get along. They've been enemies in the past. Daniel Bryan says that The Miz, really sucks at stirring the pot, and he's a horrible wrestler amongst other things. So we know where this is headed. We know where this is headed. Is The Miz going to interfere at Extreme Rules? Possibly. Could see that happen. We'll have to find out. But Team Hell No and The Miz, they all get jumped by Sanity and the Bludgeon Brothers. And then the New Day comes out, and it's a big, huge brawl. And this sets up a huge 10-man tag team matchup. It was a good way to start off SmackDown Live. And I really like this because WWE's given all the teams a big, huge piece of the pie, building up rivalries. Now, some might say, another 10-man tag, another 8-man tag, another this, another that. Look, when we see that, usually it's mostly just WWE throwing superstars in there for absolutely no reason at all. At least this time, they're building rivalries. It's leading to matches that happens at the pay-per-view. Now, some might say that, Sanity belongs on the actual card, not the pre-show. I understand that argument. However, this is the one thing I'm going to say, and you'll hear more about it tomorrow on my preview and predictions. Sanity, we've barely been able to see them so far on the main roster unless you've been at house shows. Therefore, it only makes sense right now that they're on the pre-show because they have not been exposed to the main roster audience that much. But good work on this opening segment. And honestly, New Day and Sandy, I think, makes a good fit as far as first rivalries. And Bludgeon Brothers and Team Hell No, we'll wait and see what happens this Sunday. AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Every time these guys are in the squared circle, it seems like they get better and better and better. This time, it was mostly put together to set up the tag team matchup that we saw after this match, to be quite frank with you. The one thing that I want to discuss the most with is how they've been building Rusev. I mean, this match, good filler, and it entertained the fans for what it did. It did a great job there. But Rusev comes out and he cuts a promo about how he's going to pretty much knock down the house that AJ Styles built. And he's going to celebrate on the glorious, as only Aiden English could say it, Rusev Day. I don't know. I tried. I love how Aiden English says it. Absolutely fantastic. We all know he's not going to win at Extreme Rules, but it's nice seeing Rusev get this main event push for this month. And as far as the tag team matchup is concerned, hey, look, Styles and Jeff Hardy took on Nakamura and Rusev because of the interference Rusev did, and Jeff Hardy came down. Nakamura and Rusev was all brawling with him. Paige made the tag team matchup. Standard decision by general managers of WWE these days. And quite frankly, I like that WWE had Rusev pick up the victory here. Now, some wrestling fans are not going to like me saying this, but AJ Styles not getting pinned tonight had to be political because of the 2K19 video game. It's really good seeing Rusev pick up the victory. I'm not going to complain about that. He got the victory. He's looking very strong going into Extreme Rules. He's beat down AJ Styles week in and week out. He's talked harsh towards him. He put the accolade on him last week. He's done all sorts of things. I'm not griping about that one bit. But tonight he beat Jeff Hardy in the center of the ring, 1, 2, 3. He did not pin AJ Styles. That is the only complaint I have going into Extreme Rules. It did not show that he could beat AJ Styles. That has to do, in my eyes, with AJ Styles being on the cover of 2K19. WWE does not want AJ Styles to look like he can be beaten. You know, going into being on the cover right now. That's just my theory. Y'all let me know what you're thinking about that in the comments below. Andrade Cien took on Sin Cara. Does anybody care about the match itself? I don't care about the match itself. What I do care about is that Andrade Cien is back on TV. Somebody different is back on TV. Somebody they brought up is back on TV. Build this star up. Give him something important to do, of importance to do. Make it where the star is relevant and has an important rivalry. I would love if you would do that, WWE. Make it happen. I'm glad to see him back on TV. I'm not discussing anything else about Asuka and Ellsworth. That was just cringe. The only cringe thing about Smackdown Live tonight. New Day and Hell No took on Sanity and the Bludgeon Brothers. New Day and Team Hell No, beat Sanity and the Bludgeon Brothers. Now, Wrestling 101 would tell you that Sanity is going to beat the New Day on Sunday, and Team Hell No is going to lose to the Bludgeon Brothers on Sunday. And that will start a different rivalry for Daniel Bryan, and that will just continue the rivalry going into SummerSlam for Sanity and New Day, because I don't see that ending yet. But since they got the victory tonight, they will lose on Sunday. Wrestling 101 will tell you that. They've been doing this for years. Whoever wins at the pay-per-view will lose on the Raw or Smackdown the week before. So, we'll have to wait and see. But it was a good contest. Can't really complain about it. For a 10-man tag, really did a good job building all these stars up and the rivalries up. But that was SmackDown Live tonight. And go back and watch anything you've missed on the channel this week. Raw and SmackDown Live reviews from last week. Watch Raw review last night, where practically the only thing on the show that was worth talking about was the miserable rivalry between Bobby Lashley and Roman Reigns, and the great rivalry that keeps us tuned in to Raw each week, Dolph Ziggler and Seth Rollins. Burn it down! All that. Plus, go back and watch my video of me hunting for Bigfoot, my 4th of July bash tomorrow, my preview and predictions of Extreme Rules Thursday, what's hot in the world of professional wrestling, and of course Sunday I will be doing the review of Extreme Rules. Will this pay-per-view actually be extreme? According to the on paper, it's not too extreme so far. We'll dive into that tomorrow. But until I see you again, this is Webby, and I will catch you on the other side. Talk to you later.